Hi, this is Simply Love, and I'm back to do a video, and this is for uh, uh, reading for Virgo, and this is for the month of February 2015. And before I start, I'd like to say I am having a contest with the video that I made a few days earlier, and it's called Let a Man Do Their Job. If you'd like to enter in that contest, you just listen to the video and give me some feedback on what the video was relating to. Just let me know about, how would you like to change some aspects in your life to do better going forward, or something regarding the video that you heard in the video that you like maybe been through and you like to share it with others, or give your comments. Once you do that, in February, on February the 28th, I'm going to do a drawing. I'm going to pick two people out of the comment section. Sorry, um, and whoever I pick is going to win this necklace here. It's a moon, which is two pieces, a whole moon, and then it's the half a moon, and it comes with an extension here to where anybody could wear it. You can size it. It's silver. It's very pretty, and the wording on here says, I love you to the moon and back. And I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. I love each and every one of you. And that's it's an appreciation to all my subscribers that I have, all people that come and listen to my videos. I want you to know I really appreciate you, and I am so glad you're here. I'm glad to be here to give you information and insight on what's going on in your personal life. If you like this is just general readings though, and it doesn't apply to every person that is a Leo or Virgo, whoever I'm reading for. If you like a more detailed, in-depth reading, my email address is below. You just can contact me there or at my website. And that's all for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into this reading for Virgo. Now, Virgo, and I also want to let you know that I've done my prayers over I prayed over the cards and prayed the Most High God could send me the messages to deliver to my audience here on Facebook, on YouTube. Um, uh, and I must say, on this reading for Virgos, for some of you Virgos out there, you're going to have looks like a pretty rough month, or something's pretty much going on a little rough right now for you or coming up for you. Some things may have already started. So let's get started with the reading for the first week. I'm seeing the Tower card. When the messages I'm getting from the Tower card is, for some of you Virgos out there, is going to be a sudden crisis. Something is going to be going on in your life, like a crisis, like and some of you Virgos out there might feel like you're in misery, in turmoil inside through this crisis. For some of you Virgos, it could be have to do with a relationship issue, or just some type of natural disasters. Some of you, it may be from grief, from a loss. There may be someone around you, or relative, family member that may have passed on. So there's a grief, or a grief situation, a broken relationship situation, or some kind of crisis to where it was some kind of natural disaster, and things just came tumbling down on you. To some of you Virgos, they're saying you need to take some action right now. This turmoil or misery that you're feeling right now, Now's the time to take action. Don't put up with whatever it is that's wronging you in your life right now. They're saying, if you end whatever this is in your life situation, I'm talking to some of you Virgos out there, I believe, that are in a relationship or even a marriage, that may have just gone absolutely wrong. It's just absolutely wrong. There's no fixing it. It's just wrong. That's what I'm feeling here. This is what I'm getting here. The messages that this, whatever it is that some of you Virgos out there in some kind of relationship, this is man or female, I'm talking to both. The angels are saying that if you end this and end it as soon as you can, this will go away. This will pass away. If you get rid of something or someone right now, this will pass away. You won't have to suffer through this type of thing. But long as you're holding on to whatever it is, especially in relationship issues, the longer you hold on, the more grief that you're going to have to put up with. It's bound to end. It's at the end of it. There's nothing you can do about it because there's something undercurrent or something that you found out that was not worth forgiving. And later on, once you do put this aside, and especially I'm feeling relationship issues here, once you do get this person or something out of your life, later on down the line, you're going to see it was for the better. You're going to see it's for the better. It just wasn't going to be worth the hassle that you would have to continue to go through with this something or someone in your life, Virgo. I have to tell you that. And under that, under that tower, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, and she is upside down. So whoever this person is in Virgo in your life, to some of you Virgos out there, I'm not talking to all of you, just some of you, in a relationship issue, she's upside down. This person here, she may be beautiful, and she may be, you're a desire for you. Maybe there's something about your desire. If you're looking at it physically and physically only, it's tower time. It's all time. It's all gonna come tumbling down on you. It's just not worth the outer. Is not worth what this person is putting you in. This could be a man or a woman. Okay, if we're talking about relationships, this could be a man or a woman. So look at it on both ends. Okay, he or she is just not worth what you have to put up with from them. They're egotistic, man or woman. They think that it's all about them and nobody else. You have to please them, and nothing else matters. Your feelings don't matter. Nobody else's feelings don't matter. Long as you're pleasing this person, long as they come number one, long as you do whatever they say do. They almost treating you, Virgo, I'm feeling, they're almost treating you like you're some kind of dog or some kind of pet in the worst way. And you're looking, you're seeing it, and you almost can't believe it because of how they were when you first was attracted to them. But now that you're involved in with them, it's just like a total turnaround. It's like they just totally flipped on you. Just I guess they felt like they had you, and you gave them the indication that you wanted them so badly that you kind of built this ego up in them too. You kind of built that up in them, and you made them feel like, they're all that, and you just like rose-colored glasses looking at them. You set yourself up for the kill, Virgo. I hate to have to say this, Virgos. Just like last month, I think it was sort of like the same. Maybe some of you Virgos out there weren't listening, or just wanted to just do your own thing anyway, and have to end up going through this thing with this woman that you were warned about last month, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was last month you were warned, but some of you had not taken in the warning, and you felt as though you were going to proceed anyway, but it ended up costing you hurt and pain because you went through it anyway instead of listening. Some of you, instead of listening, you went through it anyway. Or on the other hand, this could mean maybe some your son or daughter, for some of you Virgos, may be going through this. It may be where you were trying to show them about this person that they were with that wasn't really good for them. You know, they may be, putting a burden on some of you Virgos. They may be putting a burden on you of what you told them about was going to happen, has happened, and now the burden is falling on you, or they run into you with their problems and telling you about it and want you to fix this problem or something. But for most of you Virgos, I'm feeling like this is you not listening to the predictions of last month's reading to be aware of this person. uh we told you the traits about her or him, vice versa. um and it looks like to me like some of you Virgos went out, you just totally ignored what last month's predictions were, and went on along with it anyway, instead of just stopping, and it would have saved you some heartache and pain. Because this is what I'm seeing with the Ten of Swords. It's just not going to get no better. You probably thought that you could do something, or maybe your ego was in the way of this. The rose colored glasses, things like that, happens to the best of us. We all can get that rose colored glasses to where we don't want to see things the way they are. But this has now hit home for you. Last month was a warning for a lot of you Virgos for this situation. We tried to get you to stop before it came to this situation. But obviously there's some of you Virgos out there that just wanted to just go ahead anyway, and what end up happening is this: the Tower, this behind this woman that we talked about last month. Told you about her personality. Told you that there's some under the things that you haven't seen yet. That's gonna that you and we. I also addressed those things about this person, of how they're that she's not what she portrayed to be. There were some things that you were going to find out that you didn't know about, or wasn't looking at, or you wasn't looking at the situation, or they were there and you weren't looking at the situation the way it really is. You was rose colored glasses, maybe looking at this person from the beauty side, the outer side, instead of what was going on the inside, to save you this right here and these two things. It done hit home now. It's for some of you Virgos who didn't listen, or maybe didn't see the video, it has come home to roost now. um the Ten of Swords is telling me you've reached rock bottom with this situation. It's just, I just hate for it to be like this, but I'm just gonna tell it like it is and keep it real. That's just me, and that's what I was called to do. And it's just, whatever it is hit rock bottom, and it's no more. You can hang in there all you want to, and get treated the way you're getting treated all you want to. If you feel like that's good for you, well then, so be it. But I know it is not good for you, and I know you're in pain right now, and I know it hurts. But this situation is gone. Whatever it is that you got caught up in with this particular person, woman, and women, for men, for a man, it has hit rock bottom, and it's just, there's no resuscitation of this. There's no coming back from it. It's gone. It really is. It's gone. It is something, like I said, if you look at the last month's video, that I talked about in specifics on there for some of you Virgos. And for some of you Virgos, this may very well may be a like I said, a son or a daughter that has been going through a relationship issues, and you talk to them about this person they're involved with and try to, get them to see the light, and they just went ahead anyway and pushed that responsibility in on you and involving you in it and crying on your shoulders about it. So it depends on which Virgos we're talking about here. Under that is the I got the the Ten of Pentacles here. um it could be to some of you Virgos, it could be to where it has something to do with money, some where money wasn't going right. Maybe there was some money, maybe that person took you for some money. Maybe you lent them some money and broke up with you, and you're not gonna get your money back. They might have took you for a ride, taking your money, borrowing money, you giving them money, and they they just took it for their self and took you for a ride, left you high and dry with or put or for some of you Virgos, they may have gotten some possessions or something in your name. They may have gotten something in your name, and left you the burden of paying for it now, and left, broke up with you or whatever, and left you with the burden of some responsibilities of things that they wanted and that they got. um for some of you Virgos, it could be something within a family situation, maybe because of, like I said, some of you Virgos may have suffered grief from a family member passing or something, and it could be some kind of family situation where you know that person who passed may have left some things behind, and they may be treating you unfair about what you're supposed to get out of the situation, or maybe not giving you your fair share of maybe of things that was passed down from the family, that maybe you should have gotten something of. Maybe you didn't get nothing. Maybe you were supposed to get something and maybe you didn't get anything. That could be a possibility of a scenario to some of you Virgos out there too. So it could be um, that, to where some money was mishandled, or maybe your share of the money either was cut short or you just didn't get it at all. For some of you Virgos out there, not all of you. Some of you is a relationship issue that went bad. If you look to the video last month, we warned you about that situation. Some of you just went ahead with it anyway. Okay, so now what we're looking at is the Justice card upside down, Virgos. Okay, so I'm getting messages that, no, it seems like for some of you Virgos out there that's fallen down and hit rock bottom, you feel like you feel like trouble is always following you. You kind of put the blame on others when it comes to, like, when situations like that happens to some of you Virgos. You kind of put the blame or trouble on somebody else. It's like somebody else done this to you, or you always, or trouble finds you, or you find trouble, or something like that. I'm getting that some of you Virgos feel like you've been like others have been doing this to you, or as a reason for your falling or hitting rock bottom here. You feel like the victim in every situation. Some of you Virgos out there, you feel like you're the victim of this, when it could be where you um wasn't listening to your inner self that protects you. The inner self of you protects you because it tells you things before they happen. It kind of give you warnings about things before they even happen. If you don't listen to that uh, inner voice telling you, then things go wrong. That's when things go wrong. So there's no need in passing the buck on somebody else or blaming the situation on anybody else, because anything we get ourselves into is because of our bad decisions that we is behind the decisions that we make. If they're bad decisions, it's because we didn't listen to our intuition that's inside of us that warns us about certain things, people, places, and things. Okay. Speaking of the justice, which was upside down, the justice is saying to you, Virgo, to some of you Virgos out there, is to just be patient, and most of you Virgos are very patient people. Well, they're really, I guess, because of this situation, the way this thing has fallen so bad right up underneath of you, or other people involved around you, you could, that could very well shake you from being this patient person that you normally are. You might get out of this may send you out of character a little bit for some of you Virgos out there. They don't want you to get hold grudges against nobody. The messengers are saying they want you to not hold grudges, and they don't want you to get mad at anybody because of this certain situation. It's kind of like turn it back, turn the mirror back on yourself, because you actually allowed this to happen. Okay, to some of you Virgos out there, it says that for some of you Virgos, violence may occur. you know this is so out of character for Virgos. So maybe if there's violence that occur, maybe you're in the surroundings of that violence. Maybe you want to, like it says, be patient and kind of come back. Just come back and just look at it, because it's showing that some of you Virgos, it may be some type of violent situation may occur out of all this conflict, may occur, injustice may occur, when it comes to this. Maybe it's got something to do with money for some of you Virgos. It might be some injustice done on your part. You could have done some injustice. You could have listened to something somebody was doing, maybe scheming or something like that, and or trying to cut corners, and they involved you in it. And maybe you fell for it, or maybe this is a warning not to fall for it for some of you Virgos. Somebody might be doing something underhanded, by law, and try to involve you in it. They may try to involve you in this, and it can cause conflict, and it can cause, uh, violence or something, or some injustice, or it may even cause some legal matters to come up for some of you Virgos. You may have to end up going to court over this for justice, or for falling for the hokey doke for some of you Virgos. Um, uh, you may want to, kind of like not listen to whatever this person is trying to throw out there at you, this hokey doke stuff they're trying to throw at you. This woman that, we talked about, she popped up again. This was last month. She popped up, and she's still here. You never let her go. She's still, maybe you guys were like back and forth or something, in and out of each other's lives or something like that, but she's back again. And we already told you about this person last month, and it seemed like somebody is not letting go. Somebody didn't let go, and they caused you a bunch of problems. That's what they did. They end up causing you a bunch of problems. They're the main factor of it, because they're falling from under the justice card. They're falling under it. So they're the main ones. They're the ones that's causing this thing, which we warned you about last month. If you go back and listen to last month's video for Virgo for January, she came up, and no doubt she's the one that caused all this injustice to you. She brought it down on you. She's the one. We told you there was something behind her. There's something you didn't know yet, and it finally came out, and now you see. Okay, so going into February, still around the end or something, there is somebody. This is the Knight of Wands, okay? And a Knight of Wands is a young person. They could be 30 or under, or maybe a little over 30. And they could be, to some of you Virgos, could be maybe your son or daughter, some kind of relative, somebody you know, a best friend or something that's coming in. They're coming in to help you out with this situation here. If they're not coming out to help you with this situation, they're coming in, or they are part of the situation of it. But I'm feeling for a lot of you Virgos out there, this person is they're smart, they're confident, they are like full of energy, you know, like how a young person would have like a lot of energy. And they're always in a rush. It seems like they're always in a hurry. Wherever this person is, they seem like they're always in a hurry. They have a lot of nervous energy, is what I'm getting. A nervous energy. They have a lot of nervous energy. For some of you know Virgos out there, if this pertains to you, you know what I'm talking about. But they're somebody close to you that's coming in wanting to be the rescuer, the hero, or to help you out in some kind of way, or to see what's going on, you know, with you, of this out of order situation here. They're coming in to maybe talk to you, maybe help you keep your cool. Some of you Virgos out there, like I said, it could be a son or a daughter, or it could be a relative, or it could be a friend. uh Coming in, it seems like, to like a right, like wanting to help, because they're smart. They come with a lot of emotions too. They're an emotional type person, and they understand people's problems, or people's situations, or people's motives. To some of you Virgos, this could be maybe an attorney or something that you may have to call on to come into the rescue with all this legal issue, with all this issue about, you know, not following the law and things like that. Maybe some type of trouble there for some of you Virgos. I'm not saying this to all of you Virgos. I'm saying it for some of you Virgos that, you know, if you resonate with this, you know what I'm talking about. It seems like they're coming in to help out with the pain of all of this. It's like they're like going to be like a buddy, or somebody to help bring you, lift you back up from this downfall you went through, this pain for some of you Virgos that you went through, uh, uh, this injustice that some of you Virgos went through, that somebody pulled the wool over your eyes type of a situation you went through, because of some of you, because of a relationship that went bad. This person, you thought you knew them, you thought they was good people, but they were putting on an air, they were putting on a front, and matter of fact, they were lying and cheating and doing all kind of stuff behind your back and laughing at you too. For some of you Virgos, because they were partying up on some money that you may have given them, that you're not going to get back. um uh or on the other hand, or for some of you Virgos, it could be, you know, like I said, a child, or a son or a daughter that brought this all on you and put the pressure on you and want you to help them get out of this situation that they gotten themselves into. So it just depends on what Virgo we're talking about, you know, and only you would know that. And if any of you, you know, would like to call in, you know, or get in touch with me and get more in depth on this and go further than what we see for right now, um, I'm sorry to have to, you know, deliver this type of message, but this is the messages that the Most High God wanted some of you Virgos out there to hear, to either, you know, that you're beginning to go through this, or maybe catch it before some of you Virgos go through this. You might want to catch it first, or it's just already inevitable. Like it's just going to happen. There's nothing that you can do about it, because last month, some of you Virgos that listened to the video were already forewarned about this situation. So, you know, I'm just gonna say, you know, a prayer, you know, once I'm done this, and just say a silent prayer for some of you Virgos going out there, because for some of you, this is a really, really rough time right now. It looks like there's loss, maybe some um, family member has passed for some of you Virgos. It looks like maybe for some of you Virgos, it could be a combination of all of this going down that I talked about. Or it could be where a relationship issue, man or woman, went terribly, terribly wrong. Some injustice was done. There's some injustice that was done, and there was some hearts broken. Really, really not good news for February for some of you Virgos out there that are experiencing this. And I am so sorry to have to deliver that message, but all in all, in some instances, say in a relationship wise, if you can stop it before it gets ahead, kind of get out of that situation. For some of you Virgos that still have a chance, you just get out. Just, it's said to get out of it. If you say you just retreat from that situation, then all's well and done. You don't have to go through all of that I talked about. But for you all that maybe from last month that was entering into this situation and didn't listen to it, then you went through this. You've gone and just totally ignored that video and just went through it anyway, and it all came bumbling. You hit rock bottom because of this, and I am so sorry for that to have happened. If you need to talk to me, just give me, I got my email listed below, and you can contact me there. And I'm going to say a little prayer for you, you Virgos out there that may be suffering or going through some kind of grief or of this whole situation. I'm going to pray. And if some that hasn't happened yet, and hopefully you can take heed to this, and and hopefully the prayers that go out, that you won't take this direction, because it is very destructive. It's a lot of it is, I see for some of you Virgos, is really it's gonna hit you hard. It's gonna hit you really hard. And hopefully, like I said, I'm going to pray that it doesn't turn, that you can turn away from it before it does. And those that have went through this, we're going to really, send out prayers for you. So with that, we're going to see, this is February, March. We'll see what's going on in March for you Virgos. Keep your head up. If you can catch this situation before it gets out of hand like this, listen or call me, do the right thing. That's all they're saying. Just do the right thing, make the right choices, get out of this terrible situation some of you Virgos are in, relationship wise. Let it go, and then all this will pass. You won't even have to go through this. But if you continue to go, it's bound to come to an end. It's just inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it. No matter how much you want this person, no matter how much you in denial about this person, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. They're going to break your heart. You're going to be heartbroken, unless you retreat before all this comes about. Or some of you that may have already went through it, or getting ready, or in the process of going through some of this stuff already. Okay, so I'm going to end it, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. I thank you, all my subscribers, and all the likes and comments. I really, really do appreciate you, and I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you in March. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye-bye. And remember, love is all there is, and love is all there ever be. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.